Good morning. It's Harvey Jackson. Just going to get through some of the news items here of the day. Harvest progress. We see we're 81% harvested and 89% harvested corn, soybeans, respectively. The other thing of note that I'll point out is just 80% planted of red winter wheat, and that's moving along. As you can see, it's just the time of the year where we are as far as corn harvest. We're moving along to the second highest that we've seen in multiple years here. I believe it's a drought year of 2012 that we're nearing, and this dryness in the fall is not necessarily hurting this year's crop, but it definitely can hurt next year's. And you can see the same thing. We're second highest as a percentage in the soybeans as well. So Karen Braun did some analysis here of, and what I probably only point out is here, but you definitely have to pay attention to Kansas as well. Now, what I'm comparing here is your 5-year average versus just last year. Now, 5-year average, 38%, good to excellent is right on the national average as well. So, and that's the largest state growing red winter wheat. So, paying attention to there, but overall, it's still decent. Brazil planting pace at 36% pace as part of Ag Rural. Now, this is from CONAB itself, and they're saying all of their planting pace in Brazil is actually at 55.7% versus the 5-year average versus the highest, the fastest planting pace, and we are, of course, you can see that we're catching up on the planting pace there pretty quick. CRB index, which is just one of the indexes that is used to kind of measure a basket of all commodities. And I've highlighted a couple of different areas here, but crude oil is probably your biggest contributor to a lot of this. And then copper is a bit of a measure of your making of electronics and stuff like that, and even building houses, you name it. And of course, the soybeans went below $10 a barrel. So crude oil, this is the chart. We gap lower, and we're trading lower as well. This is what's going on as of yesterday and today. What does it look like on a longer term chart? We're still not made those lows that we had made back in the beginning of September. Here's your copper in a longer term. So you almost say that you're in the middle of this range. I guess I could measure that, but it looks like you're probably right in the middle of the highs and lows from longer term. And I don't want to get into politics here too much, but how will the U.S. elections affect the stock market? And one of the things I want to point out here is just the volatility that these markets are going to create. But and it's kind of highlighted here. Short-term volatility is definitely going to be a part of the mix as things happen. But one thing I do want to point out is if Trump wins, and it's not really pointed out in this article, but if Trump wins, he doesn't have anybody resisting him within his party anymore. Most of those are all gone, and everybody's definitely in line right behind him. So if he wins and he wins a majority, there's going to be a lot of just put forward some of his ideas. So we'll keep that in mind, what that might mean. So let's just get into the oil seeds and all the markets, but everything is pretty well green. Soybean meal is the only one that's a little bit down, and yeah, that's everything else is pretty much up. So we'll just have a look at it, what it means. Canola, we had a long leg yesterday and recovering back to that 61.8 retracement value. And what I did is the measurements of what that might mean if the market's going down. This still looks like a buy and support, with a upward trend as of right now anyway. Still want to reiterate where we should be looking at putting on some more sales for 2025 crop year 2025. So I'm still looking in this 650-ish range to make some sales there. Rapeseed, still upward trend, nothing like the canola, but we actually, if we can get it through our 100% retracement value there, but it's still definitely getting supported. It looks like we could potentially just get pushed through there on a close at some point here. We're 120, let's call it $123 cheaper than European rapeseed priced in Canadian dollars. So that's a move that they're still maintaining this upward trend. like to see it actually fall apart, actually. But soybean oil, is following a little bit of up and down motion, more sideways, of course, if we look at this. But there's some support here, of course, if we can, maintain these moving averages and trade above them and get back into this range. We need to beat that range, that 45 cent uh, uh, per pound trading value. Palm oil is still on fire. We're a long leg on it again today. So if we're going to trade the veg oils, we want to be trading this one in the canola, and it looks like we are getting some support from that and the European rapeseed, which are so we've got to look for other offshore support for Canadian canola. Here's your Chinese rapeseed oil. You could say it's got the same kind of trend. It's not nearly traded as much as others, but it's still following the same trend. Soybeans, on the other hand, this is not a friendly trend. We're trading at the bottom end of this range that we've been kind of bouncing off of, but we're holding up above the $10 mark on the March contract, March contract. Canadian dollar, we're at the bottom end of this channel, and if we break through there, looks like we'll get to like near the 71.5 cents kind of range. So. Spring wheat, a couple of bad days here. Friday and today we had some stops on wheat get triggered on the March contract. It still doesn't look like a re-entry, but we'll have to see how that plays out here. Here's your Chicago wheat, and you can see that it's getting into this. You got all these moving averages above it, and still trading lower. Looks like 61.8 on the retracement going down is actually a hold. And it seems to be on numerous charts as well. Red winter here as well, and then the milling wheat as well here, the 61.8 again. And that's about all I have for you after corn here. And I guess I want to just mention the next USDA report and the StatsCan. We're not going to get anything until December 5th. So if we're going to have any issues or continue to have some good exports and some good crush pace, we'll have to see how all that plays out.